Yay, I'm here. If anybody's there, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Oh my goodness. So, if anybody's there, let me know that you're there and if you can hear me or not. Um, yeah. I have this postage stamp one, Lene, if you wouldn't some of them. And I don't know. And this little tiny tag. And then I have a bunch of circles and labels like this and other ones. Fancy circles like that. Anyway, I thought I'd start off today with just going over my trip to Pittsburgh this past weekendish. Oh, yay, goody. Yay, thank you. It was like circle things. I just went into studio instead and then back into go live and it worked this time fine. So I might be, I don't know if I'm down too far, up too high, whatever. Glad you can hear me. So these are some of the other punches. I have a whole drawer full, but a lot of them are different circles. And one of my favorites is the old Starburst punch. This one. Um, it's about 2 1/3 inch. I think I wrote on there. If you want some of those. But I got your notes on the other stuff that you want, so I'll try and do a bunch of them. And, I don't know if you saw my Hi, Nix, welcome. Are are you still overseas? Because boy, it's probably middle of the night there, right? Oh my goodness. How are you? Have you been? Hello, everybody that's joined. Thank you for coming. So, I just thought I'd let you know I was away. Oh gosh, I can't even remember. I actually think we were getting ready to go on Thursday, but we didn't leave till Friday morning. And my daughter couldn't get off work like she wanted to. So I've had this travel journal from several years ago. It's a little um, plain book like this. It's already a made book. And I was turning it into a travel journal because I wanted to travel. I still want to travel, but I'm more afraid to travel now. 11:30 PM. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay, good, Linnea. Thank you. So anyway, this was the first page, and I really hadn't done any more. This is like Valley Forge, home, Pennsylvania is where I live, my name, and a little tag, and that's a sticker I didn't put anywhere yet. The adventure begins, and you didn't come this far to only come this far. And then the next page I left. I had it like this, a lake bound because I was gonna go to there's, a lake around here called Marsh Creek. It's a state park, actually, Marsh Creek State Park. And I used to go out in a boat on the lake fishing with a friend. Charlie was his name, or is his name still. Anyway, this was a page out of a calendar. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you have imagined. Henry David Thoreau. Yeah, I can't even remember what life I imagined when I was young because, yeah, my life started pretty young. So then the next page just had this pocket, dream big, aim high, and these little dragonflies. So this starts the journey, and I thought what I'd do is just write the first day and what we did. The first day, we didn't get to see my granddaughter, who's at University of Pittsburgh, until dinner time. So my daughter and I went and walked around the campus, and this is the campus map. And there's this place called, they call it the Cathy. It's a cathedral of learning. And when we walked in, my daughter said, "Doesn't this look like something out of Harry Potter? Because it's got all these arches formed in old wood and stone, and there's classrooms in there, but all the classrooms, at least on the main floor, are different country themes, and I got pictures of some of them. I don't know if I'll be able to share them because, I just don't know. My phone is so wacky. I don't know how to print them. I have to get a little phone photo printer, so I'm gonna go back and see if I can find some of the pictures and show you. So the first part of this is gonna be a little show and tell. Anyway, what I have in there is receipts from the road trip my daughter drove, and, because she won't I guess I drive too slow to her liking, but, because she told me, "Oh, yeah, it's about a 4-hour drive." I'm like, "Huh?" I always thought Pittsburgh was like 5 or 6 hours. I think it took with the stops we made, it took about 5. I'm almost there, hang on. So I hope this doesn't bore you to tears, but you can go to Pittsburgh through me for at least the college and a few other places, and you get to see me and my daughter, and I hope she doesn't mind. Okay, I think I'm just about there. I have a lot of pictures, but some of them are museums. Ah, okay, are we there? Oh, oh, well, before we do that, there we are on the road. Driving. It was the clouds were really cool, but I didn't get them good. This is a little street that we could see right outside our window, but I was trying to get there's a mural on this building, and it must be some kind of playhouse or something because there's a mask, and then on the next one, you can see there's a guy here, and he's holding the mask. I just thought that was cool. That was actually in a town called Lawrenceville, which is across a river from Pittsburgh. So that was kind of cool. And this one I took because all the doors on that street had different, oops, shoot. Now I have to go find it again. Different archways leading into their homes. And that one I could see right outside the hotel too. If you guys are bored with this, let me know and I'll stop and just get on to some kind of crafting. don't I don't know exactly what. I got out this terrific toadstools that I bought not long ago and the paper that came with it, and I haven't used it yet, so I thought maybe we can just make a springy kind of card or two with that. And I have the card that my demonstrator sent me. Maybe I'll just do a case the card kind of thing this time. I don't know. We'll see. Um, so anyway, oh, speaking of toadstools, this was in a museum on the second day. Isn't that cool? It's all glass. It's all glass toadstools in this, I guess, fake soil. So I thought that was cool. Actually, that was on, it wasn't a museum, it was a conservatory. We went in a conservatory. I'll show you that next. So I wanted to show you some of the architecture. It was so cool. Anyway, hang on. I like stuff like that. Okay, I'm almost back there again. Eh, I'm at the beginning. I'm at the beginning, I think. Almost. All right. Well, trying to find. Okay, this is part of it. That's like an entranceway at the main hall, and students go in there and just sit and study and stuff because it's kind of quiet. That's part of the ceiling, and this is a door which later I think I got a closer up of it that, it tells you it has words across the top, and I could read them. And there's the big pole, and there's me sitting on the big pole. It's pretty far away, there's a little closer. I don't like that picture so much, and just some archways with the wrought iron it had wrought iron everywhere and the wood. University of Pittsburgh, there's some more of it. I like architecture, that's my daughter leaning against the wall. And oh, here it is. It says, It says somebody's in the front yard. Oh, that's my son leaving for work probably. Come on, go off of there. Okay. It says, "Here is eternal spring for you, the very stars of" no, I can't heaven are new. The I think it says very stars. Anyway, something like that. I can't read it. I thought it was cool. This is one of the classrooms. I think this is Sweden. Yeah, this is Sweden. They had the old-fashioned desks. My granddaughter said, um, "They look really cool, but they're really uncomfortable when you're sitting in there for an hour or two." And this was part of that same classroom on the back wall, had a mural. And then let me see what that says. I can't read it. I don't have my glasses on. And I think that was the door to it. And then this is a door to another one. And it had this mirror thing with these flowers on it. And this was all over the ceiling. I can't remember. Maybe this I don't remember which I should have taken pictures of which country they were from. This was like on the ceiling. So like murals. And this was the one from China. I didn't take much of that one because I didn't like it, but I liked the ceiling with the dragon guy. And this was, I think, the door. Yeah, red walls, orangish red. This is outside. This is the next building we went in. I think it was the Union Federal, and I love the cherry blossoms. They were blooming. I don't know why my phone keeps outlining everything. It must be something that I have turned on. Pretty chandelier in the second building. Again, arches, and the ceiling was cool. Oh, this was the ballroom. There was a ballroom in there, and I took a picture of the chandelier and the ceiling. So I thought it was cool. Which sentiment, Melanie? Where did she say? I don't know. Hi, Judy. Thank you. I'm just going over my trip to Pittsburgh. Oh, that's my granddaughter. Her name is Courtney. That was at a Chinese restaurant. First night we picked her up. She lives off campus because she's in her junior year, my daughter and granddaughter. And then this is in Phipps Conservatory, which is off campus too. It's just several buildings linked up, but they have lights on them at night. It was drizzly, but inside was beautiful and it smelled so good. So I just have a bunch of flower pictures and stuff. And they had a lot of these glass pieces for them. That was one of them. Don't ask me all these flower names because this one caught me because it was called Mousetrap Tree. I couldn't figure out exactly why. Anyway, bonsai. These were also glass where it's highlighting, all made out of glass, like hand blown glass. I just thought that was fun. And same with these bowl shaped flowers and those. So cool. Amy and Courtney again. Sorry, Amy and Courtney. Oh, perk you up. And this is, we were in a little sort of inside outside area and the buildings were starting to be lit up. But the last picture I have has the whole place. I'll show you. More bonsai, some tulips, orchids, some kind of lantern tree. I forget what it was called. These are also glass. There was this rain chain. It was made out of metal and the water was coming down. I thought that was cool. Some yellow flowers. This was right in the entrance. They had these tulips that lit up, but this room smelled so good. It had a lot of hyacinths and tulips and other stuff. And then this was in the gift shop, actually, the mushrooms. Here's the building, and oops, and ah, that's not it. I guess I thought I had another one of the building, but I guess it got blurry. Anyway, both sides of it were lit up, and the main entrance to it. So that was cool. And then the next day, my daughter and I went to, we went way up the mountain somewhere to, they have lookout spots. So we were looking out over the stadium where the Pittsburgh Pirates play, but also the college plays there. And then over further, which I don't know if we're going to be, yeah, there's a black stadium, and that's where the baseball teams play, the Pirates and the baseball team for the college. So that was cool. And I didn't know it, but the very first skyscraper was actually built in Pittsburgh. And I don't know if I got it. And then there was a soccer game starting actually down below where we were. So I guess that's where some of the rivers meet. And then there's this, my son told me if you go out there, go up the tram thing. Well, I went up a tram in Sandia Peak in New Mexico years ago, but I don't know if I could do it now. I'm a little bit afraid of heights now. So, anyway, there's this thing, this was one of 2, and it lit up purple at night. It's called the Monongahela Incline Shuttle Stop, and like a, I guess, like a trolley on tracks, though. It's on tracks, it's not hanging like the one in Sandia Peak was. So, I might have been okay with it, plus I don't think it's quite as long as the Sandia Peak one. And there were some shops and stuff up there we went to. And then I'm not gonna show you all these, but we went into the Carnegie Museum, Museums of Pittsburgh, and the Art and Natural History were right there. But it took us all afternoon to go through the Natural History Museum, which had dinosaurs and animals and stuff. There they are again with T-Rex. And some of these dinosaurs are like part actual specimens and part modeled. Oh no, Melanie, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Thinking of you is always one of my ones I go to. Just thinking of you. And then write your own personal note. So anyway, there's a whole bunch of dinosaur pictures because I like dinosaurs. And my son too used to. I don't know if he does still. I couldn't find a decent there's me and my daughter on that's at one of the lookouts. We had some other couple take a picture of us. My old gray hair, my daughter's blonde hair, which I never had. A heart-shaped spoon, that was at the breakfast we had, and, this was the ceiling in our hotel, it's, like, all fabric. You can't see it, sorry. Anyway, it was a lot of fun. So, and then the last day it was raining, and we just had breakfast and, got our stuff packed up, and I bought this was my souvenir at University of Pittsburgh, a mug, not that I need a mug, Pittsburgh Panthers, Pitt Panthers. This was from the art museum gift store, which was right next to the natural history one. I got these for me, even though I can make earrings. I don't make formed glass earrings, and they had them in all different colors, but I like these the best because I don't have much orange. So anyway, I have all these receipts and papers in a bag, and the bag from, where'd it go? Phipps Conservatory that I bought those earrings in, and the paper that the mug was wrapped in. I just have to figure out how to do it, and I'm not gonna bore you with doing that because I don't know what I want to do yet. I had to figure it out, and it could pretty much fill the whole book. So should we make some cards? Is that okay? Or would you rather make altered playing card? You know what? Let's do that first, and then maybe we'll graduate to cards. I'm trying to find my little box that has, here it is, that has playing cards in it. And I thought about I could, um, what's today's date? 10. There should be a 10. There we go. Oh, no. You have tape on your fingers now too? Aw. Ah, I'm missing some comments, sorry, bear with me. Okay. Yeah, I just like thinking of you for a lot of things. So, oh, I almost hate to cover the back up, but some people don't like to cover the numbers up, so that way you know that they're playing cards, but I think I'll cover the numbers up. Let's just use this paper since I have it out, and we'll stamp some things, and then we can make a card. I got all the colors that coordinate in cardstock out too, and I have some white pre-cut cardstock too to stamp. That's cute, the snail and the mushrooms. Or some people go, like show the number on either end, but I'm just going to cover it up and leave the back flowery. All right, so here's our paper. Oh, there's lots of sheets of the same. Hmm. Should we use the green background? The pink background? That's all kind of dots or stripes. Dots or stripes. Or rainbow mushrooms. I don't want to use this one, even though you can do a lot with it. Or this kind, psychedelic-y. I guess that's like, to me, that looks like animal print, but in bright colors. Or that makes a nice background too. Or this one. There's our choices for backgrounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll say 7. You like the snails, and its back is cute too. Yeah, with this one? Okay, we can do that. First person to answer. Oh, no, that hurts. Mine, well, I did my nails today already, I chipped it, but I've been, my nails used to be really soft, and they would split and tear down, like I'd have part of the nail under still, and now I've been using, like, a hard as nails thing, and they're hard, but now they just break. They, like, snap. So I'm like, "I can't win. I don't know what to do." Alright, so there's gonna be our background, and put these back in here. Mm. I also have, in addition to the stamp set and punch from Stampin' Up, I had these that I had gotten somewhere, probably Amazon, I don't know. Anyway, they're all mushrooms. Apparently, I used this one before, so we could use a different one or not. Maybe we'll just start with this. Let me put these off of here because I'm out of room. Um, all right, so first thing we'll do is it has little ladybugs on too. That would be cute for ladybugs. I'm gonna try and position this so we get at least one full snail on here. But then I want to make sure, I think I'm gonna do it so I get one on the bottom. Yeah, I'll put it up in this corner. It's sort of in the middle. Eh, kind of want it in this middle one. I'm gonna glue it. So I'm gonna actually glue it and then cut around it. um, because that way I make sure I get the snail where I want it. I don't want it in the middle because I'll probably end up covering it up. Mushrooms, yeah, we can use the snail on the bottom. It has some mushrooms on here, and then we can die cut or punch out a nice mushroom here and put a little cinnamon on, and that'll pretty much, then maybe some ribbon or whatever. I don't know. I haven't crafted for a little while. I did make some jewelry before and I've been coloring, but I haven't even been doing much of that. I'm kind of, I was telling Lene earlier, I'm seriously considering getting rid of, I'll say 98% of my paper craft stuff. And I can't do that with all the jewelry stuff because it's a micro business, sort of, which I need to figure out what to do about in the next 2 or 3 years. But anyway, I can't say I want to give it up entirely, but I have way too much stuff I'll never use. Yeah, right. I do have, well, actually those I have some music paper somewhere, but the background of these has some text like this one. So I could actually stamp that over it in a neutral color and then we'll see. Or even in a bright color. Now I could just cut the paper to 2.5 by 3.5, three and a half, I think. Yeah, whatever the size of a card is, but it doesn't always work out right for some reason. It always seems to end up either just a little too thin. Yeah, usually a little too thin, I think, or too short. Because not all cards are created equal, apparently, like everything else. I do have some just text stamp sets too. Actually, I think I have one here in my bin next to me. I have this one, Elements of Text, right handy. But isn't that cute? I actually got two on there. So I think I'm gonna stamp. Well, first of all, let me see how big this mushroom is. I haven't used this yet, so there's a small one too, and that punches out too, but the stems will have to fussy cut. I think I'll do the small one because I think the big one will be too big for on here. Well, hmm, yeah, let me just do the small one. Actually, which one is the punch since I'm lazy? I think it's that one. I have some music paper. It's not right at my fingertips though. And as I mentioned to you earlier, my room is like organized chaos. Like I know where my blocks are, even as dirty as they are. uh, and I know where my markers and colored pencils and certain stamps and my cardstock is organized. Let's see. Where's the stem one? Is there only one stem? Okay, there's a plain stem. Let's use this fancy stem. Will that work with the little one? Oh, look at these cute ones too. uh, will that work with that? Yeah. Okay. And a sentiment, we could, since this is just an playing card, I could either use "You Are Magical." Let's use "You Are Magical." Why not? Where is it? Here it is. Yeah. Oh, that won't work either. Next bigger size. Okay. What I didn't get out is the ink stuff that we want to use. Okay, now I need a piece of cardstock. I have these pre-cut card panels, a couple of them anyway, that we can stamp on. Now, only thing is, I have to do a template, I guess, because I have to see how to line them up. Oh boy, I can't punch it. I am not as strong as I used to be, that's for sure. There we go. Oh, there's a little stem there too. Okay. So now what I should do is put this in my Stamparatus thingy actually. Hang on. Which they no longer sell. It's so hard when people you know are not doing well. Yes. Okay, so let me get a piece of paper. I guess I can do that way. I think I'm going to stamp them in gray because it seems like